Hello, I'm Ethan Minsker, and I grew up in Washington, D.C. Dyslexic, I found salvation in the punk rock scene. I started collecting records. Those records inspired me to make art, do fanzines, and write books. Music has always been the center of what inspires me. This is a travel show about finding new vinyl records. When I travel, I explore. My destination, mom and pop record shops. And my goal? To find undiscovered music. With the help of a few friends, follow me on my journey as we discover the creators between the grooves and find your next obsession. This is the Great Record Hunt. In the heart of every city still exists a local record store, where you can find a clerk who knows the best unheard bands. New York City is one of the epicenters of music, and its reach and influence is worldwide. The local record stores have been an important part of that ecosystem. Not only is it a source to find music, they influence the culture itself. The stores provide a location where people can meet and talk about the music, thus communities are built around the love of records. One of those stores is right here in the West Village. We're here at Generation Records. For me personally, Generation Records has been supportive of what I do creatively. Whether it's a book or a fanzine, they've always made me feel welcome. And for the bands, they've been a place for in-store performances and record releases. They're willing to take a risk on you if you got the guts to put something out.
When my father opened his record store, I was not born yet. So by the time I was born, he had been open for 8 years. So I started working in a record store illegally when I was a baby.
Well, the first record I got, my mom got me a Coldplay album, and I was like, oh, you don't know me at all. But it was kind of cool because she got me a record player, and I was like, thanks, Mom. And then my taste just started getting really more in-depth and obscure, and I was like, oh, I need Japanese flexi discs, like from the 80s only. My friend that works at a record label, we dropped off records, and he said that I needed steady work. And my friend Mark, the owner, just put me on immediately.
I didn't even ask for a job here. I just got a job here. They were looking for help, and I was available 3 days a week, and I just decided to help. It's a really small community. I mean, I'll see you at the Brooklyn Flea in the morning. Most of those people there, everyone's gonna know who I am. Generation Records opened in 1992 and specialized mostly in punk and hardcore, but they carried everything. We had a lot of, famous people in foot traffic, things like Jimmy Page and David Bowie, and they're celebrating their 25th anniversary this year. So that's pretty cool. Why do I work in a record store?
I mean, the pay is not like phenomenally great. Health insurance isn't there, so you have to have like a great passion for it.
Yeah, absolutely. When I left college and I was working with kids, and I love teaching children things every day, but now at a record store, I learn something new every day. So now I'm the kid, and that's great.
It's almost like video stores where it's like a dying thing, but records, have been consistent, that they've always seemed to stick around.
Oh, yeah.
The stores are still thriving.
And it outsold CDs last year. Records are back. I think people realize that it's the best form of media because once they started reissuing all these things and making it brand new and packaged, you could sell a digital download with it.
I just like owning stuff. So if I die, there's like, it's not just like a little iPod. Something to give to my friends when I'm gone.
Let me guess, you don't have a will, though?
No, not a will yet.
They have to figure it out and fight over who gets the record.
Yeah.
A lot of people come in looking for specific things, not realizing that condition has a lot to do with it. There's a million different pressings of records. So when people go through dollar bins and say, well, this record looks terrible and I'm not gonna pay for it, there's a reason there's a dollar on it, and there's a reason that titles on the wall are $100 because they're either original pressing or they're some deluxe version. So you are getting what you pay for. I feel like a lot of people don't understand that.
There's a lot of punishers in the record collecting community that are like, oh, if there's like a crease on an insert, they're like, oh my God, this is horrible. I'm like, just leave me alone.
Be careful what you're buying and what you're shopping for. But I'm always in the mood for records.
So you have like a record that's like your coffee record?
Yes, yeah.
I'm Angry record.
Mm-hmm.
I had a breakup record.
Uh-huh, everyone's got it.
Every time something bad happens in my life, I like to listen to The Replacements.
Well, anyone who's sad, you should just obviously listen to Elliott Smith and never stop. This is Baby Shakes. This is an all-girl band. This is one of my dad's favorite records of all time. They're also local, so this is New York. It's mostly predominantly rock, a little punk, but mostly rock.